Now we go back to the breaking news. Let us come back to the big breaking that we are tracking this hour. Thailand's Constitutional Court has suspended Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra from her duties over allegations of ethical misconduct. The case centers on a leaked call with former Cambodian leader Hun Sen, in which she criticized a top Thai army commander, sparking political backlash and threatening her coalition's fragile majority. A deputy prime minister will serve as a caretaker role as the court deliberates. Paetongtarn remains in the cabinet as culture minister following a recent reshuffle. Now we have guests joining us, Dr. Sanjay Kumar. He's an international communications strategist joining us live from Thailand. Thank you, Dr. Sanjay, for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. What specific constitutional violations is Paetongtarn accused of committing as of now?
See, basically the conversation between the Thai Prime Minister and the Cambodian Senate President, they call it a private conversation between both the leaders, and what somehow that the audio clip was leaked in the media, and there was a big political pressure on the Thai Prime Minister to how she can be more irresponsible in terms of dealing with the Cambodia border issues. So I think that is the main reason that public disinterest in the Thai Prime Minister, and that somehow she lost the credibility because of the audio clip. Yeah.
And Dr. Sanjay, can the Shinawatra's name still rally the ruler base that has kept the family dominant for over 2 decades in Thailand? And how is Thai media covering her family's case, knowing that her father is also under the limelight right now, and his daughter?
Actually, the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, her father Thaksin Shinawatra, he is a very popular politician in Thailand. And there are certain plus minuses in the past as well. But overall, I think they have a public support from all over Thailand, and that's how they come into the power, especially in the provinces. But I think the media in Bangkok is reacting in a different way than the public in general in Thailand. So I think as per the remove the Prime Minister from the position is one part of this story. But I think politically, if you think that Shinawatra family and the party that they are ruling, I don't see any big impact on that. Maybe they can change the leader of the party, but I think the party has some kind of acceptance in the society overall Thailand. So it's all about like a certain incident that happened for this Prime Minister also, as well as the former Prime Minister, her father. So that some certain things that out of the context in the Thai constitution. But overall, I think the party has a public support, and there will be new Prime Minister from the same party.
Now that you've mentioned, Dr. Sanjay, that her Paetongtarn family still holds some popularity among Thai citizens, could Paetongtarn's apology over the Hun Sen call and the leaked call repair strained ties with the Thai army, or has the damage become irreversible?
See, the two things are, there's a personal chemistry between the Shinawatra family and the Cambodian senator. There's a different story, but I think we have to understand the Thai politics in a different context. Here we have a historical understanding that army play a big role in terms of especially the defense, security and international matters. And there was many times the coup happened in Thailand. So army has a role directly or indirectly in Thailand. But at the same time, like any other country, the the government and the opposition and the army, all stakeholders, they want to have the national interest as the priority. And I think that was not compromised in any way. So I think that is the only reason that Constitutional Court has taken this big decision to remove her from the power, because they want to make sure that the national interest should not be compromised, no matter which party is ruling. So I think that this is something which is good for the nation. But the relationship between the Cambodia and Thailand and the army and the government, they are all temporary thing. I think these things can be repaired over a period of time. And Thailand is very calm in terms of developing relationship with the neighboring countries, tourism, economy, cross-border trade. I think Thailand will recover back, and there'll be this loss can be repaired over a period of time, but not at the moment.
And since you say that it can be recovered, is there any comments by military about this, Thai military about this? Did they respond in any way to her comments about the army commander during the leaked phone call?
No, they actually, as I said, Thai army, they are very smart, capable, careful in making any public comments like that. But I think they understand the issue, and they will find the way to resolve this issue, either politically or through the military intervention. I think they know what to do in the coming months. So I don't see any big challenge over here. But yes, political parties, opposition, military, and also the Royal Thai government, they all have to work together to resolve this border conflict with Cambodia and come up with a solution which is acceptable to both parties.
And last but not least, how does this suspension affect Thailand's relations with the neighboring Cambodia, and knowing that there's still disputes that are ongoing?
Prime Minister Shinawatra, she has approached the French president as well to mediate the border dispute. But as I said, that I believe this is a temporary challenge between the both countries, and there are certain economic interest, cultural interest, and tourism interest, and many things are there. And I think the both countries, they have been historically close to each other. And then in the beginning, it looks tough now at the moment, but I think give us some time, I think it will be resolved. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Sanjay, and sharing your insight all the way from Thailand.
Thank you. Thank you so much for contacting me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we're joined by Joshua Barnes, our correspondent at NewsX World, for this ongoing issue. Joshua, what more can you tell us about the situation in Thailand and that is just unfolding as now?
Well, yes, absolutely, Asuma. This decision from the Constitutional Court in Thailand is not just going to send ripples across Thailand itself, but also the wider region. Thailand, of course, situated in Southeast Asia, bordering Myanmar, but also with wider regional tensions. Instability in Thailand could add to further instability that we have seen. Now, the Constitutional Court's decision here to accept a petition by 36 Thai senators has put the government into disarray. This suspension of Paetongtarn Shinawatra, of course, a member of a family which has ruled for around 15 years over a 2-decade spell. Now, an extremely powerful and rich family within Thailand, the Shinawatra juggernaut, billionaire family, have held off many challenges along their reign. Taskin, the father, ruled in 2 separate periods, staving off military coups, staving off political unrest. But this is the moment where their family is facing severe uncertainty at a time where the situation, of course, is difficult. I want to bring it back if you are just joining us here. This all, of course, stems from a conflict that was seen along the border with Thailand and Myanmar, a conversation that had been leaked with Paetongtarn Shinawatra and a Cambodian official discrediting and almost negatively speaking about a senior Thai army official. Now, the army in Thailand, like in many countries, have a lot of power, and this was seen as a big move. Now Paetongtarn said that this was in fact a ploy and a negotiating tactic, but it has seen public outrage and government outrage as well. Now, the next steps are pretty simple. A suspended Prime Minister will mean she will not have any power over the country. We expect that a caretaker Prime Minister will be put in place, potentially the deputy, while Paetongtarn's fate is decided. And then from there, if the court ruling is upheld, an election will be the next step. But of course, a serious military powerhouse in Thailand, there could be potential for further unsettlement and further uncertainty in a country that in the last 2 decades has faced that on a regular occurrence. So it's one that we will be keeping an eye on, and of course bringing you all of those updates from the Constitutional Court ruling and the next steps as Paetongtarn Shinawatra looks to clear her name in the face of adversity.
Now we move on to our next news. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is continuing to face a rebellion from within his own party ahead of a crucial Commons vote on welfare reforms later tonight. Despite making Now we go back to our news on Thailand with Now we are joined back by Joshua Barnes. He's a correspondent in NewsX World. Joshua is live with us. Joshua, what more can you tell us about the Thailand situation and what can happen with maybe its surrounding regions and border disputes?
Well, let's have a look at the next steps, but first I do want to look at the most recent sort of year in Thailand. I'll explain the situation and how we got to this point, but let's look at Paetongtarn Shinawatra herself. Now, she has been in power for only 10 months. Her popularity ratings have dropped below 10% after the recent actions and protests that we have spoken about just a few moments ago. She is part of the Pheu Thai party, of course, that one that her father was a leader of Thailand, and an extremely influential man given his riches within the nation. But the populist party has been facing difficulties, and this is something that Paetongtarn has had to face in her short-lived time as Prime Minister, now culminating in this position. She was thrust into power as the youngest Thai Premier ever, and she was facing difficulty from the start, given the length of time that this party have been in power. Calls for a change in regime, and of course the situation that she's currently looking at. An opinion poll, as I mentioned, she's on around 9.2% in terms of approval rating, this down from 31% in March. So that shows you how sharp a decline there has been. But the shockwaves are not just with her, also Thaksin Shinawatra, her father, is also facing difficulty. He's been facing 2 different courts at the moment, facing different charges that he is going through. The situation for the Shinawatra family has been precarious in the past. I mentioned a few minutes ago military coups and other calls and protests for action and a change of power.
Joshua, thank you for sharing that insight. We are also joined on this story with our guest Raju B. Manwani, his spokesperson and VP VHP of Thailand, former director, India Thai Chamber of Commerce, joining us live from Thailand. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World, Raju MP Manwani. Could this situation of maybe a no confidence vote bring down the current coalition government? Will it change so much, or what will it change in the situation given in Thailand today?
Yeah, well, thank you for having me here. The thing is, Thailand politics basically relies on coalition governments. We have, I don't think in my 40 years here, I have seen any government which has been a sole party government. So at the moment, it's quite splintered. The current government, after the main party has walked out about a couple of weeks ago, is now down to a very slim majority. It's at 356, where they require 350 for the halfway stage. And after following the 15th of June leaked conversation with the Cambodian president, the current government is not ready, in my opinion at least, to go to the polls at this time. So they'd want to take it easy, but this would be a good enough strategy if the opposition pulls for no confidence motion. But whether that will pass or not, that will be seen. But the demonstrations in Bangkok a couple of days ago was huge, and I would say I think the estimated numbers are in tens of thousands, and all the roads were blocked. It was a huge demonstration, and of course the party itself is not very popular in Bangkok. It's more of a regional, very strong in the heartland of Thailand. So Bangkok would definitely sum up the numbers in any such protest.
And Raju, now that you say that the protests were taking place in streets, and now we know that the current Prime Minister Shinawatra name is, her family name is in kind of maybe danger, as her father is also under the limelight now and going with 2 cases in the court, and now herself now. Do you think that this family name and family reputation, and will they be able to withhold this, the current, and go through this current situation? How will they come out of this current situation, this family?
Well, this family has been, I would say, very resilient. The father, Mr. Thaksin, was ousted in a coup, and he was in exile for many years. Then his sister, Prime Minister Yingluck, was ousted in a coup, I think in 2014 or 16. So, but they have always bounced back because they have a lot of popularity, like I said, in the heartland of Thailand, especially more so in the north. And they have always found a way to bounce back. Now, the unfortunate thing over here that happened was it would be a good thing to say that we had the youngest ever Prime Minister in Thailand, a 36-year-old. But I would say she was not very politically shrewd, which came out in the conversation that she had with the Cambodian president, which unfortunately was leaked from the Cambodian side. So, although they have very good relations with her father, she was not shrewd enough to control her, what she said to him. And unfortunately, that coming out into the public, possibly she thought it was a good political strategy to talk to the president of Cambodia in that way. But unfortunately, because of leak, it showed her as if she's against the army in Thailand. Which I don't think would be the case, but see, there are always differences of opinions where politics and army is concerned. So that could have been, I think, better handled. Coming back to your main question, whether they can spring back, I have high respect for this family. They are very smart, very clever, and I do think they will come back, yes. But having seat, I cannot say, but they will not be going away anywhere soon.
And Raju, building on that, how might, and looking at a broader picture, how might this situation involve Cambodia's role in what happened with the leaked phone call and current disputes with Cambodia and Thailand's border? What can we expect from this about the border situation in the region?
Border situation, I don't think it was a major situation as such, but these matters have a tendency to flare up once in a while. And it was, I think, at this time, after a long time, that the Cambodia insisted that they wanted to take it to the UN and other world forums, which again led to this situation. Now, some people were saying this could have led to a skirmish on the border, but that is highly unlikely because both Cambodia and Thailand are part of ASEAN. And I'm sure compromise would have been come to, and an agreement, rather than a compromise, an agreement could have come into place very soon. Thai see, sorry, go ahead.
Raju, you will stay with us as we have another breaking news. Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has accepted the Constitutional Court's decision to suspend her from office amid an ethics investigation tied to a leaked phone call. With Cambodia's former leader speaking in Bangkok, she said she respects the ruling and reaffirmed her commitment to serving the country. China, responding cautiously, called it Thailand's internal affair but voiced hope for continued stability and development in the region. Now we are going back to our guest on this discussion with Raju P. Manwani. Thank you, Raju, for staying with us. What's your reaction about the statement that has just been issued, the breaking news that I just took?
Well, that was to be expected. You see, the popularity of the Prime Minister has fallen to single digits now, and any sort of clash or any public statement against the Constitutional Court would not have fallen very well with the people of Thailand. And I'm expecting that the Deputy Prime Minister, Surya, who's from the same party, is likely to be elected as a Prime Minister in a place. However, due to a shuffle that was announced yesterday, the current, ousted Prime Minister is now the Minister of Culture. So she would be having a place in the government and in the cabinet. And Mr. Surya, who's one of the trusted lieutenants of the party, would be taking over the mantle. I'm expecting to be taking over the mantle of the Prime Minister. Now we'll have to see how this unfolds a bit later and where we go from here.
Thank you very much, Raju P. Manwani, for joining us today and sharing your expertise as spokesperson, VHP of Thailand, former Director, India Thai Chamber of Commerce, all the way from Thailand. Now we move on to our next news. UK Prime Minister